timo giruto. Mane manyaka wach. Koro ano kanyal puonjo. Koro gimwanyalo provide is number one, infrastructure. So, number two, and we amended the law. Gladys, when we were with you in Bunge, CDF could only allocate 25% to bursaries. Would Chief, I don't know how much you have allocated for this year, but coming financial year, make sure 40%, which is provided in law, is provided to bursaries. Because without bursaries, if half of the time, high school, and I'm sure if you provide about 40%, that will give you over 70% for bursary. That can do something. Because there is a direct correlation between poverty and performance in school. Lastly, on matters education, that was support the Vice Chancellor of Tomboya University, a man we are very proud of. He has transformed an institution. Actually, you've done us proud, Professor. You've done us proud. Kineno gimoti moneto Tomboya University within a very short time, with budgetary allocation, then you would know we eliminate corruption from our activities. Then we can realize meaningful development. Thank you, Professor. But I want to support you on one thing. Ni adiri makende o kwadira enya. Priorities wa emwayudo wrong. Nang'eyo ni gini samoro nyalo donjo nu marach nikech wa touch too much on liete. Iko jomotho wahero nde. Kendo kata sani wan gi governor wadhi iko ji adi sani ji ariyo nyoro be iko ji be nyaka gone gi pole joma goni kura nyaka gone gi pole kiyudo opportunity ka ok inyal gone ji pole ji to ywago ji kata Biden uneno kodhi nyaka UK mo ywago kingi kocha so nyaka ywag ji kijatelo but gima temo wache ma koro winji nyocha ka atimo research nikech atero pesa every funeral in my constituency okaleho. 1 week, nuaiko 43 people. So Nakao, Governor Nakao, a very conservative figure. Nili alkalia luaiko giseling alofomiareo. Very conservative. King yang yaliete wagikaka wachiemu, getents muketi, gisanduk mi kuguji, gari mukele tinde wangigeche mokomane chono kwane, gari nikacha tu gimoro iwa yochienika. Gigi miloro goji sanduk tinde vijende oknyal dini kare sanduk ni kaka bodi kama mitiketo nyake chul kaka bodi dhie lo hen wach mapek ki go pesa no e wika chien nanwango ni Suba South kende wai kuji gi milion 8,600 8.6 million ki go gi 4 weeks and 34.4 million ki go gi 12 months. In a year, it is 412,800,000. Or you CDF Masuba South Didek. Manisoni wakao CDF Masuba South, wai kuguji, nyadidek. Wai kuguji Suba South. Ando timu renya kararieda, mo timu renya kasona. Kuroko wane kwanono, monifue nyane kabe wadhire dieri. Priorities wa, wayodo, kaka wayodo, no kikange wachi, nimbadio wacho, nikikwe ikiji. Waikura ikaji wabeda bit modest gima chuni wuok mana dalani ni nyaka dhi chiema kama chielo kama ne ng'ato thoe to dalani ni we nyoyo mari kuonge chwad nyochi idhi iki iwinj sias mbadi ya dog dala we ura tieki ang nabika moka wache siasa moro mateni awachi niseme. You know, there's a debate that has been going on around succession politics in ODM. But I want to put it very, very clearly. ODM is a well-organized and structured party with a party leader known as Raila Amolo Odinga. It has 2 deputies, Asanjo Wycliffe Oparanya, and it has a chairman, John Mbadi. There is no vacuum in ODM. You cannot start talking about succession of someone who is still in office. And if Raila becomes the AUC chair, and we want to pray that he gets that position, because that position is very key. First, the election is next year, February. It is premature, it is immoral, and it is disrespectful to start talking about replacing Raila. Some people are talking about replacing Raila. You look at them, you wonder if they can really lead party called ODM. You know, there is one thing, you can be called party leader, leading nobody. Leading a party is not a joke. Let us be serious. Some of you are given some position, you have not even delivered. We look at you, we wonder whether you merited it. Then you're telling us you can be party leader of ODM. Who told you there's a vacuum in ODM? I almost said there's no jumping queue in ODM. Koro wawacho ni onge succession. ODM, party leader and Raila, one deputies, one chairman, one secretary general. Ki neno nin gitochi wadwachako yiero mar party edueni. Kwa gike national delegates conference kain gitochi di chung idwar komi dwarono wane kibiro yude Nyasaye madgwedhu e kora luong nu jomoko bika. Adwa chako gi woman rep marwa Osogo, Joyce, Atieno, Bensuda, Opugnya Sungu, Kayero, Opugnya Indi. Karibu. Karibu mheshimiwa.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Praise the Lord. Our Excellency Governor, Mama Gladys Atieno Nyasuna Wanga, the scholars present, the political class, Homa Bay County government, Jodala wate joka yuocha, Jonthiwa joko nyango rabala, Jo puonj wetena, Jo puonj mathiringinyi mathiriling. Akao thuoloni makende with a lot of humility. First and foremost, to appreciate the good gesture of this symposium. Allow me, Governor, to introduce myself as a Christian woman, professional political leader. Those are my characters. I've been given very few minutes to talk, and equally because I'm in a relevant position, I'm also the first female candidate from the world-class university, the University of Nairobi, who graduated in project planning and management and specialized in project monitoring and evaluation. So when these great people elected me to be the county woman representative, I'm up to the task, I'm relevant for the position, and I'm leading from the mind that is focused to deliver and nothing less than what I'm doing. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that the brains that coined to ascertain, to give us datum on various thematic areas as to why our lost glory in education was where we are going, where we want to head, and lay strategic recommendation is here today. I want to say very few points as part of my recommendation. Jodalawa, the professionals who are here, adwa wacho, wacha chiele wach mar somo. Kanyako somo gimaber, to kawuoyi somo gimaber moloyo. Adwa wacho, ni nyaka wadog chien, wakwe matin. Oh. Wan gi jotelo madonjo, omiyo I have to give them time. Wajoma beyo kabisa waserwako wendwa modonjo. Kendo gisebet piny. Joma Bay County jomong'e rwako welo. Omiyo warwako welo modonjo gi chuny maduto te. Adwa ni mondo akwa ni education ka kik wapar mana nyithindo matindo kende. From nursery nikech jo education sector nika. Let us adopt a framework which I would like to propose today. Adopt an I model framework. Nyithindwa matindo mane nursery wanwango kata kagi present wende. We can spot personalities. Let us adopt the I-center students. Mondo wanachagi from kamagichake. Wari recognize jopuonj mar ECD. Nike jopuonj machandre gi nyithindogi. Maywe othinyo. Onge ng'ama nchekogi. Mondo wa motivate gi. Mondo ginacha nyithindo. Number 2. Adult education was very important. Adwani the education department manika okawe very seriously. Our primary schools nitie. We are talking of e-marketing. Jowa needs basic education. Ndiko, kod somo, puonjo gi kungo kod hola. We revive adult education mondo nyithindo odhi maber. Wach mar adek. Achiegni tieko. I'm only talking on points. Kawuono kago siasa. My siasa was already in my introduction. Wach mar adek. Adwani monda wache. We must adopt Big Me by number in Homa Bay County, Siaya, Kisumu, and Migori. If you are an engineer, look for students who are interested in engineering. Adopt them by number. If you are in health sector, adopt by number. If you are an agriculturalist, adopt by number. If you are a teacher, adopt by number. Watch Marangwen. For us to develop Nyanza region, there are 3 things which cannot separate from. Number 1, politics. Number 2, education. Number 3, agriculture. These 3 things combined together will make us move and fight poverty. Mogik, jodala wawati matek, kendo wasomi manika, politicians manika, owuogoko, ogol pesa, mondo tim infrastructural development, mondo kel jowa kanyakla, nyithindwa duto te, manyiri okete sewinda. Kato nyithindo mayowuoyi, makira nyithindo left right, okete rowere. Kati puonjogi, kato gibedo nyithindo mariek, kato gisomo, ginyombo maber. Kao kamano, mang'eny mawachogo, romu e nying Ruoth Yesu.
Hello? Hello? Kane ng'ato otiyo gi gadget moro to kwano weche ma Ben Sudo wacho. The shortest time mowacho gie. I think she would win a medal. And owacho gi maonge repetition, to bende owacho gi maonge chachni kata chochni. Congratulations, Ben Suda. Sama Ben Suda ne dhi mbele, wayudo other 2 guests. 2 members of parliament have joined us. The first one, an MP Mafunyula constituency. Mabende, en member mar Public Accounts Committee and National Assembly. Iluongo ni Wilberforce Oundo. Mheshimiwa, simama tu wasalimie. Ndio huyo. Uruake. And with him also came the minority leader in the National Assembly, the MP for Ugunja constituency, Opio Wandai. Thank you. Koro ang'eyo ni gibiro gamo muya. Wasewacho ni wan gi governor. Wadwa dhi liete moko kendo areyo. Koro abro luongo achiel kuom MPs mamoko. Mheshimiwa Wandai, Mheshimiwa Oundo, and Mheshimiwa Tiende ang' wood chief mi uthuolo uwo. Once we'll have left. I want to invite mana luongo ni yuora, Senator Beatrice Ogola, mabende Maruka, Rwakuru Biti, erokamano.
Jondi wauntie. Nyawangaya, President Mar County, Mar Homa Bay, and others. Mheshimiwa Opiyo Wandayi, the majority leader, Mar Azimio, nekech wan gi numbers, where it went to, we don't know. The host MP, Wuod Nera, Wuod Ruoth, togi wajumbe mamoko, the county MP Owuoyo, otiende the working constitution. Honorable members of county assembly, led by the host MP, Mheshimiwa Nicholas Owaka Mawuod Flora. Togi wajumbe mamoko. Ani luonga na Abito, iluonga na ng'owa, Abito. Adwa wacho niya, Opuko se wacho kisungu temo timang'owa motieko. Ata min dala, Wuod Ruoth, you've done us proud, kichako this kind of initiative. But precisely, and as a teacher, I want to say, success in education cannot be instant coffee. Jok mangi the solution to the problem awango are the head teachers munenoge, are the principals munenoge, are the BOM munenoge, are the committee members munenoge. Awinjo ka professors usewuoyo, you have given us the macro level. But to solve the issue of the standard of education, and particularly in Ndewa, Wuod Ruoth, doga wachak sector meetings. Majogi nitie head teachers ge principals ge. Togi wachi what is ailing the education standard mandewa. Togi inbe magibro miyowa solutions. Katwa bedo gi sector meetings. Kaito wakelo ne the larger group mochungkani. I want to tell you as a teacher, onge any scientific explanation for the failures of education we have in Ndewa and in Luo Nyanza. We must solve it because these are the bearers of the problem. One, Kwadwa loss or education standard mandewa, we must address the issue of education infrastructure. There's no shortcut. Nyaka wang'eni to be electricity ni skundegi. To nyaka wang'eni to skundegi kaja puonj wuotho kodhiye to chopo e sama chuok marom nade. And we must address the welfare of teachers. And we must address as a community and solve this problem. It cannot be theory. We must address the education infrastructure of the school. But coming back to it, Your Excellency the Governor, who is the chief guest today, we must also, although I don't know in which way, address the historical, strategic marginalization of the Luo as a nation in job opportunities. Because nyithindwa somo, togi wacho niya, to manga tieko university ni, tadhi riembo go mana piko, wadhi kanye. We must silently talk about that. And talk about mentorship has been mentioned by a few people. As I leave the platform because of the time frame, winjo ka Professor Ochola wacho nwa the issue of the money that Kasipul has given to the universities. Kaka jandewa, nagombo ni monda winji to mandewa tadi, modi a university, tadi modi oko, tadi mane ieka, mondo we solve a problem that we are dealing with at hand. Honorable teachers, colleague teachers, as a teacher, Mheshimiwa, the solution is with you. The solution is with us. We are able to solve it. Nyaka waket niti skundewa. What is the kind of infrastructure of the schools in Ndewa? Work. Waelka. Wadito Ndewa Hostel Primary School kasane. Mondo wane to school ni chalo nade before we come to struggle with the reasons why our schools are not succeeding. Ero urukamano, Abito wishes you belated Easter. Thank you.
Haya, Abito wacho kosoko wacho. Koro kadwa gik okang' mogik marwa ka. Governor, you'll just allow me to say this. Joma ok ong'eyo an gi roots ka. Merwa nyar Ndhiwa. Ok wiya nyal wich moka wacho man. To mogik. Dang' abed ng'ama rach. Kaka na wuotho ka mamanyo kura. Gi kaka naneno utimoru koda cha. Kapok naweyo ne nyawang'aya. Ma ok agonu erokamano ni jo Ndhiwa uberna. Ero kamano kada nok wachope debe, but ne wachope debe through ODM, numiyo Gladys Wanga obedo governor. Ero kamano ukao kozoku ukao. Sani to koro 2027 okaduog chung. Aweyo. Ma 27 atimore nade? Okadwa chako ywara gi nyakoni. Wabro yware kayem. Abro miyo odher kayem nono. Weuru nyakoni ochiem. Otinu. Gladys, tine jogi. Jothuro uyie ni Gladys otinu. Etiatia motegno ine governor marwa mar ODM. Kik jo ODM bed gi wich kuot. Gladys make kake makeno. Timotegno. Ger nying chama ni ODM nyalo bedo gi governors ma nyalo deliver to the people. We warwak governor marwa Gladys Wanga. Makofi. Thank you very much.
Erokamana inya Nyang Jadimo. Ma chairman marwa mar ODM. Chama maduong' mogik. South of Sahara and north of River Limpopo. Nyango wacho motegno kosoko wacho. Wacho ni kaka jo chama watine jo Homa Bay. To jo Homa Bay unyalo testify ni nyaka nye wadonje tich. Tiyore kosok tire. Jo Homa Bay unyalo testify ni nyaka nye wadonje tich. Tiyore kosok tire. Ward Chief, thank you so much for hosting us for this education forum. Wagoni erokamano kuom loso nyasi mar somo mondi luongwa mondo waket pachwa kanyakla e weche mag somo Mandhiwa ma Homa Bay to kendi chore ni wawach somo across our 4 counties. The professors osechunka were recognized. Minority Leader Marwa in the National Assembly, Opio Wandai, Karibu. Honorable MP Dr. Oundo of Funyula, Karibu. Senior Counsel Otienda Molo, Machiegni. Senator Beatrice Ogola, Karibu. Yenauru Bende, allow me to introduce the county staff who are also here. Please just rise. Please just rise. Asanteni sana. I have seen you. I have seen our municipal manager. I have seen my chief of staff. Professor Mwoku is the county secretary and head of public service. Jahomi Mbianeni Kaka youth leader. Chief officer for sports, you're there. CC for gender and sports, Malit. Our DC, ward sub-county administrator. Chief officer Bindede. Asanteni sana. MCA Zumbe Chakuchunkendo. Nikechune Mwaya Loko Duka. Mondachaka team introduction. Honorable Walter, South Kabuoch. Honorable Florence Nyaruoth, nominated on ODM. Honorable Owaka Woodflora Nyamboga, MCA of the area. Honorable Wanjala, MCA Kanyikela. Honorable David Olo, Ward Maker, MCA Kologi Ward. Allow me also, Yenauru, Nikechungeyo, ni wendo modial makawuono manonego bedka, and none other than Party Leader Marwa, His Excellency Raila Molo Odinga. Ne aloso kode, Ward Chief, no wacho ni mondakel ni mos mare. Kendakel mos mare, ne Ndhiwa duto mobedo ka adwa ni mondufua kama ne baba Raila Molo Odinga, manone winjo bed wendo wa makawuono. Ne okonyalo biro, to no wacho na kel otene gi commitment mare e weche mag somo. Nikech owacho ni education is the only equalizer mawango manyalo keto nyathi jadhier bede mesa gi nyathi jamoko mit gi ngwenyo kuon kanyakla mit gi gwe buk kanyakla ka gidhi mbele somo ema nyalo kelo mano. When we speak about devolution, it localizes us. It brings us back home. So when I will be speaking today, I will be speaking within the context, our localized context. Devolution puts me right at the center of action in Homa Bay. So I can speak competently about Homa Bay and about Ndiwa. I may not be able to be competent in the manner of the professors to speak beyond these boundaries out there without grappling with issues I may not understand. So devolution localizes us, and in the context of education, devolution also localizes me to speak to the issues of early years education and vocational training. But there are areas where we converge. And I heard the professor speaking, and I want to mention a few areas of convergence. Professors know Wachmar poverty. And there was a big debate here. Ni bewa dier adier, debate no bedoka, nikech Professor Miseda no wacho ni dier bekelo gigi samoro. Anyalo yie kode, to Professor Ochola Mosiepna be anyalo yiego. Ang'o momiyo anyalo yie gi Professor Miseda e wach mar dier? Ere gik makelo mwandu? Chon ji teko chung malo to wacho ni an kana somo, jonyuol na notimo ang'o mondo mi opuonjago. Gik makelo mwandu yudore kaka pur. The sign of wealth of a community is how many cash crops are you turning into money. Koro konye madoke yie gi Professor Miseda ni when you cannot see a single cash crop githote. Ni ang'o puro Ndiwa kato nyalo lewe puodho ma ok okaw moko tere factory. Nikech samoro onge ndara materego, samoro jo factory be kaka giwacho ni gitime e kaka gitime. Pamba ne wapuro otho. So ka waonge cash crops mwanyalo chunge, nam walupe to rech dhi karumo. So kwa onge gi cash crops mwanyalo lose, then the narrative ni samoro kwanyal bede mesa in the manner that we need to nyalo bedo. To Professor Chola be ochako kele gi yo moro. Ni to matin mwayudo ni, to nyang be ochako kele ni ogonwa kwan maliete. Kaka wachiemo. Kata sani owacho gicha ma wuod chief no luonga na dhi acham gima to koro aluora. Nikech kaparo ni kwan ni dhigo, ni pesa di ma dhi e weche mag chiemo. Koro adwa dhi adhiya gi kech wuod chief denyo ta denyo ndi. To kaka dwa chiemo ka, ok otama nikech nyang' osego kwan ma omera jokwanogi bedo mano. So, how do we spend the little we have? Mano is the question many Professor Cholo raised, which is a valid question. But I want to address the issue of how do we get out? How do we get our cash crops back? Ere kaka waduogo niang' e laini? Ere kaka waduogo pamba e laini? Ne wago kwan mar pur mar pamba. Ni wan gi kodhi marom nade mwadwa puro go pamba higani. Nikech pamba ema ne ji mang'eny puro, niang' ema ji mang'eny puro, to koro terowa kama ok onego wabedie. Kwago kwan to ni wawacho ni wan gi kodhi tan 20 mag BT cotton mwadwa miyo jopur. Tan 20 mondo japur opur puodho eka achiel mar pamba, kila achiel gi nus mar pamba modwaro kanyo. Tiende ni ka wan gi tan 20 mar kodhi, wadhi puro eka 13,000 mar pamba gi BT cotton. Kwa puro eka 13,000 mar pamba, eka achiel kikawo modestly golo kilo 800 mar pamba. Onyalo golo nyaka kilo 1,500 to wakete 800 kanyo. King'iyo mano, iyudo ni kigo kwanono, wadhi golo kilo 1,10,000. Sani pamba kilo achiel en siling 72. Siling 22 kigo gi 1,10,000 mar pamba mwadhi golo en 720 million. That is how we are putting money. We are going to put money in the pockets of our people by being deliberate. Tiende ni wakonyo jopur, wamiyo gi gima onego gitim, to wakonyo gi through the process, to waneno ni pamba no wuok, pesa no kwadhi kwa japur ni duoknwa kodhi mane wamiyi. Tiende ni pesa no odhi ofuku japur, odhi go mbele. Ere kaka wakonyo jopur mag niang' nikech mondo skunde gi odhi mbele. The teachers must have money. The teachers must have money. Apart from bursary, bursary is the smaller part. The parents must be able to afford education. For them to afford education, these parents here, primarily, they're doing sugarcane. Tiendenia, one kaka county government, one get responsibility to a limited extent, marlo sondara. Nderni manie ipuotheka. Wakau pesa kaka sani waketo million 400 e weche mag barabara. Mondo waketi, mondo wager barabara, mondo tinga ubed ni nyalo kalo, kadhi e puodho, to digi niang, to tere factory, to janyuol nigi pesa, to dhi ochulo fees, to school dhi maber, to nyithindo somo, to wakalo penj. Then we must progress. Ingeni ndi wakaipure njugu ma impossible. Nyaka wangeni ere kaka njugu nyalo lokore pesa. Ere kaka sunflower nyalo lokore pesa. Ere kaka palm oil mabendi wakai madhi bedo gi the largest farms of palm oil nyalo lokore pesa. Palm oil nyoch wasego kwa ni eka achiel kipuro 150 dwe madonjo. Tiende ni ka in japur mar palm oil kata ka in japur mar pamba, japur nigi pesa moingo jamondiki. That's the truth. If we improve our agriculture, sani kan governor jibiro irani ndikna nyathina ni. Entry level a county government 25,000. Tax okete ma housing levy tangomo keti makanga to didala alufa pagari. Nyithindo engo, dako engo, angoma engo, pesa no benyalo konye. Toko puro is a different story. So I wanted to say that on the points that were raised by our professors when they spoke here, as far as this is concerned. And localizing our issues to what we are responsible for. One, and I want to tell the people of Homa Bay without fear, ni infrastructure magwa are not good. In fact, Kidonje School Mora, heads of primary schools are here. The worst infrastructure, the worst classroom is the classroom. Ngato no watokani nyithindo adala kaler to dibete buru. It is true. Ndiwaka, Wangi public eye centers, 155 of them. Only 23 of them have classrooms mobedo constructed by county government. And therefore, right now, we are running an RRI for construction of classrooms. Last financial year, we did 1. This financial year, we are doing 4 per ward. Next financial year, we are doing 4 per ward. The following financial year, we are doing 6 per ward. So we want to be on a rush to ensure ni school nigi at least a properly constructed classroom bajiti no nyalo di mondo so. Because if we talk about improving our education standards, we must be practical and deliberate about it. And that is why I'm not talking generalities to you. Oka uwo generally. Awuoyo specifically with the practical steps that are within the areas that I am responsible for as governor for Homa Bay. Teachers, we have had a few issues back here and there. Anenoko got the kacha. Go terei. Hey, aneni kanyo. Yeah. You can confirm that we have started the confirmation process for our teachers. This month, we have confirmed 821 of them into permanent and pensionable. Those are the ones who were hired in 2014, and we have another similar number yet to be confirmed, which I will deliberately do on availability of funds. Jokama, we are deliberate about where we want to go with regards to education. We know that secondary education is not in our purview. But jonyuolgi wan go ka pile kagileo gi nyithindo to wambe waleo kodgi. That is why this year, last year we gave 2.5 million shillings per ward for bursaries. This year we have given 4 million shillings per ward for bursaries to our children who are going to high schools. Most of that money, Professor Chola, I see you are here. Most of that money, we prioritize our local schools so that the children are within here. We are yet to give a significant number of university students yet, just because we are looking at the resources we have and how far we have to spread it. We gave a few university students, we are yet to get to where we need to be. We also have a scholarship program. It is called the Fins to Swim Scholarship Program. The Fins to Swim takes 6 children per ward and gives them full scholarships, our bright and needy students. Right now, we have 500 students on the Fins to Swim program. We pay for them their entire fees for the entire 4 years, all the way to university. And when they come, gibiro makata woche gionge goto woche magiruako mano wane mwangeyo. Kata soksi kamano, kata skirt kamano, sati kamano, kata tie, kata sanduku, kata pocket money, shopping, everything. We send them to school and we do it every year. This means that within the next 4 years, we will have 500 Homa Bay students, bright and needy. They were supposed to go to Starehe, they were not going to go, we are educating them there. They are supposed to go to our extra-county schools, we are educating them there. We are going to have 500 of them. And the only reason we have 500 is because 844 is ending. If 844 was continuing, we would take another 250 this next year and continue with them in that manner. Then vocational training is also within our purview. We have started a scholarship program for vocational training. It's called Genoa Fundi Mangula Scholarship. Fundi Mangula ni all the other children who are left behind from the ones going to the university. We are now giving them a scholarship. Next week on Friday, we are launching our first cohort of Fundi Mangula. 15 children from every ward, and we give them full scholarship to go to our vocational training centers and to learn there. And when they finish, we give them tools of trade to continue with their work. I don't want to leave behind our mentorship program, which we have run over the years, and now we are calling it the Governor's Mentorship Camp. Because we have spoken here about teenage pregnancies. And I want to say that it is a big problem. Our children are getting pregnant at a rate that is alarming to us. In fact, the Homa Bay is only second to Narok as far as teenage pregnancies are concerned. I know they were said here, I think Diwa is second. Maybe Suba South is 1. Yoturwa. We are killing a whole generation of girls. And tomorrow, we might not have them standing here. And therefore, we have a mentorship program. We started with girls. We've run it over the last 10 years. Now we introduced boys because we were asked, what about the boy child? In last month, we had a major 5,000 boys mentorship camp where we mentored them and we spoke to them about where we need to go. Let me just say this. We are watch Majo Turua. Wabiro e pango weche mag somo. Onge gima dhi golowa oko, onge gimose golowa oko kaka oganda molo somo. Nikech kama jaluo bete kata ka, the concentration of PhDs per square meter e yodni. King'iyo kata joma wange bunge, joma nyalo chunge mbele ji, malosi, to korka mine koni to dhano koro nigi PhD ma kineno kacha Honorable Dr. Joyce Osogo Bensuda, Honorable Dr. Ivo Bara, Honorable Dr. Lillian Gogo, wan joma wuoyo mang'eny muonge PhD. Dr. Gola, omera joma, wan gi badi mo wuoyo mang'eny to PhD pok wayudo, wasesomo matin. Lakini joma wuoyo matin to osomo kabisa. Omiyo gima be nadwa nawachi, while I agree that we must continue to improve, I want to state that we have done very well for ourselves and our people in the education sector. We have done very well. We have done very well. We must continue to improve. But we can also not be on a pity party. wadhi marach nikech kwa wacho kamano to joko ka dhi biro gi narrative moro ni dong nyoch wangiso ni joluo dhi marach nikech siasa mbaya, maisha mbaya, kia otimore nade, so we must be cautious. Kore momiyo wawacho mana ni wan kare, wamedo mana improve to pod wan mana kare. Wariek wabith mabe ok inyal pimo wagi mwache ma wan go kucho ka. Koso uno kuyie gi mano. Yeah, we are brilliant. But we cannot sit on our laurels. We must continue to improve. Atieko. Giwach ma siasa. Nikal no wacho ni ok go siasa, to chako ogwele matin. Mbadi bo wacho no go siasa, to chako ogwele matin. Mana mara Agwambo. Agwambe mano hora, na kel numos asekelo. To gimadwa wacho. Ka, mabe nyikal no se wacho, at the beginning, badi be ose wache jo thurwa. One, waluo bang Agwambo wonyalego. Mane jatendwa motimore nade? Mwange. Ko wacho ni left wadhi kanye? To ko wacho ni right wadhi kanye? To ko wacho ni fire twatimo nango? Ene party leader. Addis Ababa, wagombo ni mondo Jakomo dhiye. Addis Ababa is 2 hours away. Ka Jakomo nindo Nairobi, onyalo chamo lunch Addis Ababa. Mocham dina Kisumu. Moduogo limu andhi waka gokinyi. Omiyo there is no vacuum or vacancy on this issue of party leader. One bang Agwambo, nyikal no wache maber ni baba kodhi tich Nairobi. Mama manyo ng'ato. Ni chwara odhi tich Nairobi bibed ka kaka jaoda. Baba kodhi tich Nairobi to mama diore adiya. Nyaka chieng baba timre nade? Duogi. Jodhiwa. Podun gi jo siasa mathoth. Weche dwa bedo mamit ka. Koro wan to tindo kwago siasa wan tinde wane gweng ka. Chienge magowa ka wanena nene imudho ka. Koro jo Nairobi be bro ngiso mang'eny moingo kaka wasewache no gi weche mang'eny go. Nyasaye mad gwedhu, mad ritu kwa zero education mondo somo obed kare. Asanteni sana.